Hey everybody, Josh here with a look at another Star Wars toy. And today we're going to unbox a figure from the Black Series Archive Collection. This is Luke Skywalker, X-Wing pilot. So let's go cut this guy loose. Alright everybody, here we are with a Black Series Archive Collection figure. This is Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing outfit. And we're going to unbox this guy today. And before we get there, let's just take a look at the packaging because it's actually really nice. So if you don't know what these are brand new figures that were released at the very beginning of 2019. They just came out. And so what these are is they're really repacks of the first couple waves of the Black Series that came out back in 2013. And they're really just a reissue to... I guess more than anything, this is to accommodate collectors, and I really can appreciate that Hasbro's making a move like this. This is, I think what they need to understand is a lot of their clientele and people who purchase their products are adults, whether they want to accept that or not. That's just the truth of the matter. So, and I think that's what this is kind of aimed at, is more serious collectors. And so here they're actually showing you the repack of what it looked like. So if you're familiar with Black Series, the first 2 years they came out, the packaging was a little bit different than what you see in the stores today. And here is an example of that packaging. In fact, it's just a small picture. I'll go ahead and bring it a little bit closer so you guys can see it. But they're just reissuing these figures for collectors. And one of the other reasons they said they're doing this is because they're trying to undercut the third-party sellers on sites like eBay and Amazon, because they'll take some of these older figures and jack the price up really high, and they make them unaffordable, and they're trying to undercut those guys and accommodate collectors. But here we go. Let's unbox this guy. And as you can see here on the packaging, they're telling you the year the original release of this was 2013. And then you have a very, very brief description for Luke. Luke Skywalker uses the power of the Force and his piloting skills to destroy the Death Star. So we're assuming this is Luke from Episode 4, because really they're not specifically saying, but I'm pretty excited to unbox these figures. So let's get into these guys and cut them open here. And I'm going to try to do as little damage to the packaging as I can here. It's not really working out for me. Okay, I think I'm in. Okay. And that would be my only really complaint about these. And it's not even really a complaint. I kind of wish they would have stuck with the box packaging that the current Black Series line is in. I really like having the boxes, because I'm someone, once I open them, sometimes I repack them for display and stuff like that. But here you go. Here he is out of the package. And of course, we have the blaster, the lightsaber, and his helmet. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the accessories out of here. And here is your lightsaber. Have his blaster. And of course the helmet. And I'm glad to see the removable helmet for this figure. I really like that when they make the helmets removable. So okay, and then oh wow, he's in there pretty good. Let's go ahead and, oh my. Whoa. Okay, there he is. Very nice. Alright guys, there he is. And yeah, I mean, I just can't say enough good things about these Black Series figures. I'm a really big fan of them. I love all the detail. I love the articulation. I love all the extra accessories you get. And these are really great figures, and be honest, I kind of can't stop. I feel like I'm addicted. I can't stop buying them. So, but here we go. And let's real quick here run through his movements, because that's one of the great things about these Black Series figures is all the extra articulation. So just looking at his head, you get up and down, side to side, and Got a little extra neck movement, you see. Very nice. Okay. And just looking at the face sculpt, I think it looks very good. It looks very Mark Hamill. And I was reading an article about these figures a few weeks ago, and they were saying that Hasbro, or they were bragging about, they came up with a new technique for painting the figures. It's supposed to be more detailed and more accurate. And so I guess that's up to you guys. What do you think? Is that a good paint job? But all right, so we're going through the movements here. And so looking at the shoulders here, you're going to have up and down and a full rotation, and that looks like it's on both sides. Same thing at the elbow. You're going to have a rotation, and then at the wrist, you see he has a rotation as well. Very cool. And you have an up and down movement on the wrist as well. Okay, and then let's see here what kind of waist movement we're talking about. Okay, so you have a little bit of waist movement, and you can see they put the point of articulation under the little vest part of his flight suit. So the movement point is right there, and you can see he goes back and forth just a little bit, not a whole lot. And then do we have a rotation? No, it doesn't rotate. It swings side to side just a little bit. And then going down from there, it looks like you have, oh, very cool. And the straps that go around the legs there, they're loose. They're not molded to the figure, so that may restrict your movement a little bit, but it doesn't look like. And then, so you have your back and forth at the leg, and then you should be able to go side to side a little bit, but again, the straps are going to restrict that a little bit, but that's no big deal. And then going down from there, or you see there's another point of articulation right here on his upper leg that you can rotate the whole leg. And it should go 360 here. Let's see. It's a little stiff. He's fresh out of the box, and that's typical. And then you have your knee joint, which has got a back and forth, and there should be a rotation. Nope, no rotation at the knee. And then, okay, very nice. So they put the ankle rotation at the where his boot meets the flight suit. So I like how they try, at least on some of these figures, to hide the point of articulation in the way the costume is. And then you have an ankle up and down and, let's see, 2 points of rotation. So you have where it rotates actually at the ankle and the top of the boot. So, but very cool. All right. And then just looking at the detail on this thing, you have the panel on his chest there. Let's see, is this hose removable at all? No. And the hose isn't molded, it's flexible. And it doesn't appear to be removable or anything. And then you have the things around his boot, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure what those are supposed to be. All right, so let's see how Mr. Skywalker interacts with his accessories. And before we get that, first I want to make sure we get a good stance out of this guy. I think it might be time to invest in some Black Series stands. But yeah, you usually shouldn't have any problem with the Black Series figures getting them to stand. Okay, so let's check out the lightsaber. I'm going to put Luke to the side for a second, and there you go. And that's what I thought. So with the Black Series, you're going to have a removable lightsaber blade, so I like that. Very cool. And it just pops in, pops out. Nothing complicated there. And come on, focus, buddy. And then you can see here at the lightsaber, they got the Skywalker lightsaber handle. So, and come on, focus there, buddy. All right. So, and it looks pretty good. It's pretty screen accurate. You know, you can actually see the buttons on the handle and the on-off switch. And then, of course, there's a little thing to loop it on his belt. And I'm actually looking at the figure, and I can see there's a thing to put it on his belt. So very cool. But there's the lightsaber, and again, let's take a closer look at the blaster. I don't see anything that moves on here, anything that, but you can see they put the, little browning on the handle, and you got the silver tip, so very nice. Looks very, very good, very screen accurate. Very cool. Okay, and then finally, of course, you have his helmet, his flight helmet, and I don't see any moving parts on this. Looks like the goggles are going to stay down, And it's a flexible piece, but you can see they got the paint job. I mean, it looks dead on to me. It's very good. And then it actually has that used future look to it. You can see it's like dirty. So, very cool. And you got the Rebel Alliance emblem. So, that's what I want to check out first. Let's see how he looks in the helmet. And let's see how easy this thing comes on and off. And, okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to get the lenses over his eyes and the chin strap actually on his chin. So it just looks like it's maybe sitting a little high to me, but it still looks very good. Let's see here if I can get it to sit any lower. That's a little bit better, but I mean, yeah, the lenses, you can actually see his eyes through. It's a little bit blurry. Might be able to not come across on camera all that well. But I think it looks good. And it went on pretty easy. Let's see how hard it is to get off. And you probably want to be careful with that chin strap. It looks like it might be easy to break off, but it's a little bit stiff, but that's good because you don't want it flopping off either. So, but it comes off and on fairly easy. Very good. And now let's see how he interacts with the blaster. And it looks to me like I don't see a holster on it, which that would have been cool if they put a holster on here. But now if you look at the hand sculpts on him, and they're going to be a little bit difficult to make out maybe because of the black gloves, but you can see here on his right hand, he actually has the trigger finger out a little bit, where on the other hand, he has like the open fist. So it's my assumption here that the blaster is going to go in his right hand because of the trigger finger. So let's see here. Oh, very nice. Very good. Okay, so that's one of the things I really like about these Black Series is how you can see he actually gets the trigger finger in the trigger guard. Attention to detail. I love it. It looks great. Very cool. And just to be thorough, and see now that I've stretched out a little bit, you can see that trigger finger actually sticks out a little bit more. So, okay, and then just to be thorough, just to see how it looks in the other hand, it is doable, but you can see the difference, how it's just in his hand versus where he's got the trigger finger out. So, but he does hold it in both hands, which is cool. Okay, then finally we have the lightsaber, and one thing I want to check out first is the belt hook. So if you look under the little tubing on his flight suit, you'll see there's a little tiny hook right here that's kind of painted the same color as the lightsaber, and you just loop the lightsaber on there, and it looks like it stays on there pretty good. Very cool. Very nice. I like it. I always love it when with the Jedi or the characters that carry lightsabers, when they actually can put the lightsabers on their belts. So I like that feature. All right, very cool. It holds it. It's in there nice and tight. Same with the blaster. He held that blaster nice and tight. And I like to see that on accessories too. You don't want the accessories flopping out of your figure's hands, especially if you're displaying them and stuff. So very cool. I like this thing a lot. But yeah, holds it great. It's in there nice and tight. It's not coming out. Definitely a good figure. Yeah, and I'm sure most of you know that these Black Series are a little more expensive than your typical figure, but to me I think it's kind of worth it because of the detail and I mean, if you look at the face sculpt on him, you can actually see it's not really coming across on camera, but I mean, he actually has blue eyes. Very cool. But there you go. There's what he looks like with the lightsaber. That's why you got the rotation. You can do the lightsaber battles. But, all right. Very cool. Oh, his feet are being a little sticky on me. All right. Very cool. All right, everybody, and there he is. This is your Black Series Archive Collection Luke Skywalker in X-Wing pilot gear. And thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the videos. And if you like what we're doing here, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your support. And again, thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Bye.